Hey there, today we're diving into the fascinating world of cells, nerves, and the tiny molecular mysteries that keeps everything ticking, or sometimes cause a bit of chaos. So buckle up as we explore how our bodies fight off damage, keep neurons happy, and sometimes a bit of a biological roller coaster. First up, let's talk about synapses. Communication hubs of our brain. Glutamatergic synapses are like the brain's first and high-speed internet, transmitting excitatory signals through the glutamate. But these signals rely on calcium ion channels, which act like gatekeepers controlling calcium flow into neurons. When things go awry, excessive calcium can lead to necrosis, messy uncontrolled cell death that results in the cell's contents spilling out into the cytoplasmic space, causing inflammation and damage. And that's all. Sometimes cells undergo a more organized form of death called necroptosis, where specific proteins like necrostatin 1 come into play, acting as the body's way of putting brakes on destructive processes. Within these cells, mitochondria are power plants or central players that produce energy through oxidative phosphorylation and are heavily involved in managing calcium and reactive oxygen species, or free radicals, those lone pair electrons that can cause oxidative stress. To combat oxidative stress, cells deploy enzymatic antioxidants like superoxide dismutase, catalase, and glutathione peroxidase are molecular superheroes fighting off free radicals. Vitamin E and ascorbic vitamin C also lend a hand protecting lipids and proteins from oxidative damage, but if oxidative stress persists, it can lead to lipid peroxidation, protein oxidation, and DNA damage, all of which threaten cellular integrity. Speaking of DNA, our genetic blueprint is constantly under threat from oxidative lesions and mutant genes. The cell has repair mechanisms like nucleotide excision repair and base excision repair, with enzymes such as polymerase and cases patching up mutations. Let's signal to the nuclease where histone modification like acetylation influence gene expression. When histones are acylated, the DNA becomes more accessible, turning genes on and off. Conversely, desacetylation by enzymes like histone deacetylases can silence genes. Moving to cellular cleanup, autophagy is the body's recycling system. Think of the cellular garbage disposal involves forming autophagosomes that engulf dysfunctional proteins and organelles, which are then degraded in lysosomes. Finally, in the bigger picture, processes like neurogenesis, vascular health, and immune responses intertwine. The release of cytokines like tumor necrosis factor alpha and vascular endothelial growth factor influences inflammation and tissue repair. Meanwhile, epigenetic changes modulate gene expression patterns that can predispose to neuropsychiatric disorders, atherosclerosis, or diabetes. So, from tiny ions dancing through cell channels to complete genetic and metabolic pathways, our cells are constantly balancing life and death, health and disease. Understanding these intricate processes not only reveals a marvel of biology, but also points the way toward our new therapies and healthy aging. Thanks for joining this whirlwind tour of cellular science. Hope you find it as fascinating as I did.